Hello guys, welcome to Ulti Models, take number 67. I'm trying to make this video and I keep getting interrupted or I stumble upon my words and stuff. But I thought I made a video on how to sand round shapes. So now this applies for rockets, missiles, and in this case barrels, gun barrels. I'm building a King Tiger, I'm building the Cyber hobby model. And this comes with a plastic barrel, typical Dragon fashion, two halves. You put them together and then you have to sand the seam in the middle. A lot of armor builders, they opt to get the metal barrels, which are very nice, and that way you avoid having to sand anything. Now, I've been a judge for armor in different contests, and one of the things that we judge is the barrels. Okay, they may be looking great, they might have perfect weathering on their models, but when you look closely to the barrels, you most of the time you find a flat spot where the seam line was, and it just looks odd, you know. So I'm gonna show you a couple of tools that I use. So I use them mostly for rockets and ordnance on aircraft. I'm an aircraft builder mostly, but I thought I made a video so I could show you guys different tools that I use. The first one is this. Okay, this is the Flexophile U-shaped sanders. They're used for round parts. I'm not a sponsor by any means on any products that I'm showing you guys, so you guys do your research. These come really handy, and how they work is you take your barrel and they come with different grit sanding paper, and I'm just gonna sand a little bit just to show you guys. You have the sanding paper right here, so make sure you use the right side. And what you're gonna do is just take your plastic part and sand the seam line. And what it does, it curves with the part, so you're not actually sanding a flat spot. You just, and another tip that I use is while you're holding the part, you kind of rock it back and forth like this. That way you don't stay in one spot at the time. You're actually curving your sanding motions. So I do this pretty often, you know, with rockets and whatnot. And what I'm trying to do is just getting rid of all the sanding, all the seams, I'm sorry, you know. And then you have a finer grit. Okay, and you get it, and then now you're kind of polishing what you just sanded. Okay, and then you get a smooth finish with no seam lines. I know this is kind of difficult to see. Let me see if I could do it with my phone. Okay. Let's see, camera, video, and here we go. Let's do it with my phone. Alright, so as you guys could see here, there is a seam. I don't know if you guys see it. Sorry about the movement. And there's the part that I just sanded. You see the difference? I didn't sand this part. And another thing is, I don't know if you see that, those are the parts where they connect with the trees, the sprue trees. I don't sand those off. I sand those off after I glue them. It's a lot better because sometimes you sand too much and then you get an uneven surface. But as you guys can see the difference on how you could get rid of the seam line. I might have to do a little bit of filler there and use the same technique, the same tool to sand that off. But you guys could see the difference. You see there, and then you see here, and you're not getting any flat spots because I've been rocking it back and forth, and you guys could see it's a nice way of getting rid of seam lines on round surfaces. Okay, so back to the overhead camera. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it with sanding sponges. Now this is my go-to method. These are great, but I use them for thinner parts. You know, when they're a little bigger, like ornaments and stuff, I use the sanding sticks. But let's do this part where the, you know, the, what do you call it, the sprue was attached to, and I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm using like a medium grit sanding sponge, and I'm just gonna sand really softly, not adding any kind of pressure, just to get rid of that seam and that connecting point. And remember, just back and forth. You just move the part back and forth, and I can show you guys. The secret is not to stay in the same spot. That's when you create a flat surface. So then I'm gonna go with the finer grit, actually with the medium grit, which is this one. And now I'm taking all the scratches that I did prior to this. Okay. And I'll just show you again with my phone the difference. Now I'm gonna take the fines, and I'm gonna sand this off. I don't know if the camera's shaking, I'm sorry for that, but, and using your fingers, you just kind of feel around, see if you find any rough texture. So let's use my phone again. Okay, and okay, so this is the part that I just sanded, and if you guys remember the connection point with the sprue, you can still see a little bit of mark there, but it's smooth to the touch. There's nothing there. It looks that way. But if you're afraid that it's gonna still be there, kind of like a lump or anything like that, all you got to do is, you see it right here, all you got to do is put a little bit of putty there and sand it again. Sorry about that, guys. It's kind of hard to film holding the phone and the part at the same time, but as you guys can see, just smooth to the touch. If you see that right here above my thumb, that white line, what that is that's the sprue dust cut in the middle of the seam. So that's a good sign that you still have a little step, and you can still sand that off. And if it doesn't go away, what I do is I reapply the glue to melt that stuff and wait for it to cure, and then sand it again. So if you guys can see the other side and then this side, you see the difference. So having the right tools makes a whole lot of difference. So that's why I wanted to make this video. It's not a how-to video, it's just the different kind of stuff that you could use. I know they have those metal scrapers as well, and they work great for this kind of stuff. But you guys could see, I mean, it doesn't what do you call it, it doesn't create a flat spot. And I used both tools per se, and you guys could see I'm rotating it, I'm rotating it, and you guys don't see a flat spot. So that's the secret. It's not about sanding, it's about having the right tools. That's the secret to sand round surfaces. I hope this helps you guys. Like I said, I'm not a sponsor, but these are two great products that I have. Flooring Models, they have a huge range of sanders. There's some sanding sticks, sanding sponges, and Flexifile. They make these U-shaped sanders with different grits and everything. And as I say before, those scrapers, they're great too. I'm probably gonna order a couple of them, but I haven't used them. They're great for barrels. And yeah, I hope this video you use it for your own benefit. Go ahead and check out your whatever tools work for you, but I thought I just made this to help you guys. So as always, my name is Louis. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye bye.